Hi, this is Crasher showing you how to level a pet from 1 to 25 as fast as possible using Pandaren trainers. In this example, I'll be leveling a level 1 yellow moth from 1 to 25 as quickly as I can. When something boring is happening, I'll speed it up. As you see here, I'm going to start out by casting a sandstorm, swapping in the pet, swapping him out, and then simply using Crush until the pet dies. When we get to the next pet, I'll tell you what I do then. So here you see, start out with a spell reflect, reflect the call lightning, and then immediately cancel the call lightning because this pet simply does too much damage if call lightning is up. Once we cancel that, it's just Crush until the pet dies, plain and simple. The last pet's a basic aquatic. He has dive, which we use deflection on. And then basically once the Anubis idol dies, you bring in your third pet, your other level 25. In this case I've got a crow, but you could use a Conlamerant or any other strong pet that can polish him off. He doesn't have anything really spectacular. So you can watch him die, and then we'll move on to the next trainer. The next pet is the Pandaren Earth Spirit, who is really frustrating against most pets, but against a rabbit he's quite wimpy. He relies strongly on a stun, and the rabbit is immune to it, so that pretty much eliminates most of his capability. Essentially, you are immune to his stun, you dodge his power move, his boulders are weak, and you just whittle him down. Once he's dead, we'll talk about the next pet. This next pet can be very annoying, or it can be very easy depending on your luck. In the video here, I obviously did not have great luck. I missed quite a bit, but as you can see, I still defeated him. The goal obviously would be to have dodge and burrow available when you start with him. If you have that, you can honestly you can solo both of them with the rabbit. In this case, you'll see the rabbit does die, and I use my other pets to finish him off. This is also the opportunity to swap in your leveling pet, because he, generally speaking, will not kill them with one shot once they're have won their first battle. This last pet is very annoying, and you almost need a mechanical pet to do what I'm going to do here. In most cases, your mechanical will die, and then you will kill him when you pop back up for your second life. And you can see right here, he takes some damage, I do some damage, and then immediately he kills me. And that move is strong enough to kill most any pet, but he does a pause right here, and because I've got ion cannon configured, he's going to die pretty painfully. The third trainer we're going to see here is Courageous Yawn. He has a bird, a critter, and a beast. So we'll be using Anubis Seth Idol and Dark Moon Tonk again, along with our leveling pet. Anubis Seth Idol can essentially solo all three of these pets using deflection and sandstorm. As you can see here, we deflect the dive off this pet, we deflect the burrow off of the rabbit, and we deflect the chew off of the goat. In the sake of being faster, I put in the tonk just because the tonk can destroy the goat at the end, as you'll see. So without any other comments, I'll let you watch this. The next trainer here is the Pandaren Fire Spirit. I'm using a different third pet this time, Emerald Whelpling. There are other pets certainly that you could use, but I like this one primarily because he's very strong against trainers with his self-heal. I'm also using Anubis Seth Idol here just because of the fact that it makes it easy to swap in a weaker pet. So you'll see I'll keep Sandstorm up to offset the Whirlwind and also to prevent any backline damage to the Moth when he's done. Anubis Seth Idol will die typically during the Fire Spirit pet, and then I'll bring in the Emerald Whelpling to finish off the fight. I'm slowing things down here just so you can see Emerald Dream here, which is the reason that I choose this pet. Once you put up Emerald Presence, Emerald Dream will essentially heal into full anytime you want to against any trainer, and so that makes him a really strong pet to train with. So you'll see that used a few times through this fight. You'll see here that I swap in the Anubis Seth Idol. It's not strictly necessary, but it allows you to bring in your training pet without worrying about him taking any damage from the swarm. He's probably strong enough at this point that he could take one round of swarm without the sandstorm, but I'm playing it safe here. He immediately goes back out, and the dragon will come in and use Emerald Bite to finish off the fight. This next trainer is Zushi. He has an elemental, a snail, and an aquatic. Anubis Seth Idol does really well against the elemental, blocking the Frost Nova. He does okay against the snail, blocking the dive, and I usually swap him out for something that's more tuned to aquatics, in this case the same crow that we used earlier against the last aquatic. As you can see here, we're swapping in the moth and let him take his turn. He's strong enough now that we're actually going to let him take a few shots as long as his health doesn't get too low. This pet doesn't hit too hard anyway, so we're going to let him take a few pot shots before we swap him back out. So same as before here, we bring in the crow, he casts darkness, does nocturnal strike, and finishes off the fight. So I forgot to record the last fight showing the last jump from 23 to 25. So I did it again with a different pet, in this case a fox. As you'll see here, I am using a Strider. The Strider has a set of abilities that are particularly strong against these elementals. You'll see why this pet is named Nishi Smasher in my set. So you can see here we briefly swap in the leveling pet, let him cast something to get credit, and then swap him back out and finish off this pet with the Darkmoon Tonk. And that's all you got to do. You'll see this pet will ding 25 and you're ready to go in no time at all. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks a lot.